Page 52, Blues in C and Variation 1. I'm going to cover them both. At the top of the page, they're covering the 12-bar blues. Blues is a style of music, like jazz or swing or rock or whatever, blues. Well, there's a standard 12-bar progression, chord progression. A chord progression is a series of chords, or a progression of chords. It's kind of standard for a 12-bar blues progression. I mean, this is, if you want to write blues, follow this chord progression, and you'll be fine. It's not the only progression. Blues can cover everything, but this is like the one that's used most of the time. And all it is, it's pretty easy to memorize this. Doesn't matter what key you're in. They're using the key of C, and that's handy because it's all the white keys. What it is you get 4 measures or 4 bar. A bar and a measure is the same thing. So a 12-bar blues is the same as a 12-measure blues. It's the same. A bar line and a measure line is the same thing. Well, you get 4 measures of one chord. So whatever key you're in, we're in the key of C here, so it's here. I get 4 measures of that. Then I get 2 measures of 4 chord. 2 measures of 1 chord. 1 measure of 5 chord. 1 measure of 4 chord. 2 measures of 1 chord. 12 measures altogether. Now let's look at this blues in C. They have the chord names above the staff, the C and the F and the G and all that. And below the staff they have the Roman numerals for the chord numbers. And hopefully you remember chord numbers. Do you remember? It's really important that you do. Take a C scale. Any scale will do, but we'll use C because it's all the white keys. I like that. Every note in the scale is numbered. So the first one is number 1. We don't start with 0 in music. It's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then when you get to 8, it's 1 again. So there's 1 through 7. Those are called steps. We have a step of a scale. A step in a scale, step, a scale step, however you want to say it. They're all numbered. If I want to go to the 3rd step of the scale, I just get 1, 2, 3. That would be that note. Well, we can build a triad on any step of the scale. Triad is a 3-note chord. Well, it's pretty simple. You just follow the scale up or down if you're going down. So the chords are numbered according to the steps. So the first step is here, so the chord is a 1 chord. Keep referring to 1 chords. This is why. 2, 3, 4. 4 chords, one of the primary chords. Remember 4 chord? 5, it's a primary chord. 5, 6, 7. They're numbered. Well, at the bottom or below the staff, they got the Roman numerals. They use Roman numerals. We got so many numbers in music, we have to find ways of telling them apart. So for chord numbers, we use Roman numerals. 1 chord, then look at the last 2 measures of the first line. Now it's an F chord or 4 chord. Second line, 2 measures of 1 chord. Then you got 1 measure of 5 chord, a 4 chord, and 2 1 chords. That's really all it is. This is very simplified. Just giving you block chords. I mean, you can have inversions and rearrange the notes however you want. As long as it's that chord, it doesn't matter. In variation 1, it's just a variation of the first one, because look at the right hand. In the first one, blues in C, you're here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. That's the pattern throughout the whole thing on the different chords. So in the second one, they simply add a blues note in there and make them all quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And it's that pattern throughout. So it's this other pattern on top. They're just adding the blues note in there and changing the rhythm. It's a variation of it. That's why it's a variation 1. So I'd like to do both of these, and play with me one after the other. I'll count us in for each, but yeah, just to check the notes and the rhythms. Go ahead and put your hands on C position. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2. measure this, and then we go to the 4 chord. 2, 2. Now back to the 1 chord. 2, 2. 5 chord, 4 chord, and 1 chord. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, off. Let's do variation 1. Now they're telling you can add other blues notes, which is simply flatting one of the notes. I could take a G and flat it if I wanted to, or whatever. We're just going to stick with what they've written here for now. Four beats. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3. On the 4 chord. And the 1 chord. 4 chord and a 1 chord.